What's going on, guys? My name is Jake.
I'm Jesus.
This is your Body Comp Prescription, where we help you navigate through all things health and fitness. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Instagram at bodycomprx. But Jesus, why don't you introduce what we got going on for today?
Yeah, so this one's another special one. This all started kind of like, I'm gonna give you guys a backstory. I was shopping for my sister's birthday gift, right? And she's all into, she wanted kind of like a face mask, something along those lines. And so I was at the store and I was kind of in that aisle and I noticed something. There was this box that said Gua Sha, and it was like a Gua Sha tool. It was meant for your face. And I kind of stood there, kind of took a step back and I was like, wait, what? Because I was like, I'm in like the makeup aisle. What is this doing here? Like, this is the first time I'm doing it, and I'm pretty sure, I kind of speak for Jake and I here. We don't really like step into those aisles, go into like your Sephora's, your Ultas, like as often. So, so this was news to me, and I was like, okay. Like, I was looking at the box and it was telling me how it's all these promising things that I could do for your face. And I guess it's very popular because I was asking around. I'm like, hey, have you heard of this Gua Sha tool? And other girls are like, yeah, like, it's very popular. Other glam and YouTube influencers talk about it. And I was like, that's interesting, because when you say Gua Sha to Jake and I, it means something totally different. It's similar, but it's totally different, right? So today's episode is going to be about Gua Sha. So if you're watching this or listening to this, you're probably tuned in because you're either found it in the makeup section, makeup aisle in your makeup stores, looking at it, what it does for your face. But to Jake and I, and maybe to the rest of the fitness world, it means something completely different.
What were the claims that they were saying, like on the box? Like when you bought the tool, like what were they saying? Because, this was inspired by like, again, like the cosmetics or the makeup or the like skincare kind of stuff, right? So what were they like saying that it promised?
It was saying, it was promoting like getting rid of your wrinkles, tighter skin.
Okay.
A lot of pictures that they would show was someone's where like their jawline wasn't like that prominent, and then after using it, it almost kind of looked like their face got like pretty taut, and so therefore like their skin would just look like their face looked really nice afterwards.
Like Botox almost, or
yeah, almost like Botox, almost like a replacement to Botox. And I think that's kind of like their sales pitch, right? Because anyone's kind of like, well, this is cheaper than Botox. It's supposed to be, results are supposed to be immediate. And I think that's what most people are buying these products for.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that, because I think, right, regardless if you're watching the video for fitness or if you're watching it for skincare, whichever it is, we know that Gua Sha is meant for circulation, right? For blood circulation. So when you like, regardless if it's on your face or if it's on, again, like your traps or your chest or something like that, the goal is to remove adhesions and to relieve tension, right? And then promote blood flow to that area that was just, scraped over. I introduced Gua Sha to Jesus, and the angle that we take Gua Sha at is from a side of performance. So a couple years back, I was watching a Steve Cook YouTube video, right? And it was like titled something like the worst pain ever, or something clickbaity like that, right? And then the picture is him with a bunch of bruises on it. And then obviously it got me to watch the video, so I guess it worked. But it's basically Gua Sha is a form of scraping. So if you've seen Graston, the Graston technique, it's very similar to that. It just has to do with the tools that you use. So Gua Sha translates to scraping, and then something with like the skin. And that's because what happens is generally you cause intentional bruising over certain muscle groups that have high tension in them. So what this does is you repeatedly like scrape and rub over the area. Let's say like your traps, if you have tension in your neck or something like that, you would scrape over that over and over and over again until you get some form of bruising. And then what this does is it really breaks down the tissue, it removes adhesions, and then it helps promote blood circulation to that specific area to help kind of regenerate the healing process, to hopefully like, get looser muscle groups following that.
Jay, so that's funny you say that, because you brought that up to me way back when. It's been years, maybe 5 years now. And Jake introduced it to me because he sent me a picture on Snapchat. I think it was of your traps or your back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? I was like, what you do to yourself? Did you fall? Did you like fall down a cliff and bruise your whole entire back?
Yeah.
And I had no clue what it was. And Jake had to explain it to me, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. So now that you have tried it, and I have tried it too, and it is painful, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever try it yourself, I think a lot of PTs now use some sort of like Gua Sha, maybe grasping tools. It's not the most pleasant feeling ever. It's meant to cause a little bit of pain, but it's usually very rewarding afterwards, right?
I tried doing some research on this as far as like studies go. There weren't a lot of studies on like facial gua sha. There is a bunch of studies on like normal bigger muscle bellies, like with gua sha and scraping. But I would honestly say at a glance, the stuff probably works. Maybe not to the extent that everyone wants it to, but I could definitely see that these tools that are being used on your face can work for like potentially like tightening up your skin or giving you like a brighter color because you have more blood flow going to certain areas and stuff like that. I could definitely picture that, because that doesn't differ from what we use it for relieving muscle groups, because there is still like tension that can build up in like your face and your jaw and your forehead and all that kind of stuff. I definitely think it would work. I'm not I haven't personally tried it on my face, but from my experience using it everywhere else on the body, I think that it's safe to say if you can carry it over, by like commutative property or whatever that the math thing is, right? I would say yes, technically. I wouldn't expect super sharp jaw lines after doing it, but after a certain period of time, I would expect like maybe, a little bit of more elastic skin, having like better like quality skin or better color of skin.
I'm pretty sure there's a saying out there, or there's this belief that people who are always constantly upset and kind of like frowning, you can build up wrinkles, and therefore that's why like a lot of people like to inject Botox. With scraping, it kind of like how Jake says, it's meant to relieve your muscles. So if these muscles are in our face, you're relieving those muscles, releasing that tension. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help those muscles so that you're not naturally building those wrinkles that we do from simply like frowning or however we naturally get our wrinkles, right? So I think so. When I was working at the box, I was like, okay. I was like that kind of makes sense. It's kind of like massaging your face, and it would kind of, it's not smoothing it out. And I also wanted to bring up, I don't think it's a forever fix. I think it's a very acute, temporary in the moment. It's helping you, but by doing it constantly, kind of like if you were doing gua sha throughout your body, through like as we're getting older, we're gonna naturally build wrinkles, right? But if we're hey, we have a gua sha tool and we're constantly massaging our face or our body, it's gonna help you prolong that experience of building those wrinkles up in your face, and kind of like that age effect.
Yeah, I think it has to do with like routine, because obviously, I do think it's very acute. It's like an acute fix, right? Especially in the term of, skincare and like facial care. I think that, yes, if you do it, a couple of times a week for, like a month because, you have like a photo shoot coming up. I don't know how many like average people have like photo shoots or something, but, like if there's something that you like try to make sure that your skin like looks good for, I think if you do it in the short term, it could possibly help, again, relieve that stress and tension from your face from whatever you're doing, right? Because of your job and you're squinting or stuff like that, right? I do think it could work acutely, but especially for the fitness side of things, it's like preventative. It's if you like make it part of your routine, it can help you with that last little like 1 to like 5% as far as performance goes. Like it shouldn't be like the be all end all fix for either side, for the skincare or the fitness side, but You know, if it's something that you're serious about and that you can constantly keep in your routine, I think you'll definitely notice significant differences on regardless of which side you're on,
Mhm.
in my opinion. So
Yeah, keyword preventative. I like how you said that. It's, it's going to prevent you from wrinkles. In the fitness side, it's going to prevent you from, injuries, other things, kind of help you improve your performance. But it's kind of like a thing you constantly do throughout your time, and it continues to get better.
and you know,
Yeah.
you said something earlier, like when you were introducing the video, right? Gua Sha means one thing to us, like on the fitness side of things, because that's primarily what we talk about, right? And then it meant something
Mhm.
else to, you know, skincare, beauty, and all that kind of stuff, right? It's completely different. And I feel like the reason why we were so thrown off by this is because, again, from the way we know it, is that it causes intentional bruising, right? And if I have some pictures, I'll throw some up so you guys know what we're like talking about, because again, it's not really like a fun process, you know, like it's really painful. And when immediately you look at this in the, you know, the skincare, the beauty aisle, and it's meant for, oh, you know, like brighter skin, and like in our heads it's like brighter skin, you mean like red or purple from like bruising, you know, like
Yeah.
but you know, obviously we have to like keep in mind that the people that are going to be using this are going to be not doing it for like as aggressively as we would do it,
Mhm.
because you know, like we do have like facial muscles and all that good stuff, but you know, from around like your forehead, your cheeks and stuff like that, it's not the same thing as like a pec or a shoulder or traps or anything like that. It's not as dense with muscle, so I don't know that that kind of bruising could happen. And it's honestly like the tool to bone, so that wouldn't feel very comfortable. So the way that I envision this, and I kind of watched a couple of videos on how you know, skincare professionals use gua sha on the face, and it's
Mhm.
very much supposed to be like a therapeutic kind of thing where, you know, that's nice and soft, and because of the cooling effect of whatever tool you're using, you know, it kind of like relaxes the face. And I'm picturing here is it's like it's smoothing out the adhesions within your face. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. So I think all in all, this was kind of like a repurposed technique for something else,
Yeah.
because it did originate for like immune health, like boosting your immunity, because again, the blood flow does, that has a lot to do with your immunity. If you have stagnant blood and all that kind of stuff, gua sha can help remove that, boost your blood flow, boost your immunity. And I think, and then it kind of transitioned over into healing your muscles, like bigger muscles. And then I think it got adapted as, oh well, if it's for blood flow and tightening muscles, what if we could use that around our face where everyone sees every single day? You know, what if I could like use it and get that couple extra, you know, percent of like of jawline to show or something like that, you know, like, and that's what
Yeah.
it kind of got adapted to. Yeah, I don't know, how do you feel? Do you think it's something that would be worth your time if you were super serious about like a skincare routine?
I think if we're, obviously we're not skincare beauty gurus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But based from our background, I would say if it's something you just implement in like maybe your nightly routine at the end of the day, um, it could you could see some effects maybe, but like I said, it's more like long term. I don't expect you to do, and all of a sudden your jawline's looking like the crimson chin,
Oh
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you know, but if you're using it, I think it's something you invest in, and you just kind of like keep doing it throughout your time. And I think after like maybe like a month, you might notice a difference because you're probably just gonna naturally, your face is naturally gonna look more relaxed, not so tensed.
So there's not a lot of research going on that we can look to support our thoughts, but from our experience from the fitness side of things and the performance side of things, I think again, if we use that commutative property and kind of like say that yes, it can transfer over some of those benefits to the skin and face, I would say yeah. But again, there's tons of research on the fitness side of things, and you can look that up too,
Mhm.
that proves that. And you know, you can make a you know, a business decision for yourself to say, oh, you know, it costs, how much was the set? Do you know? Probably like 20, 30 bucks.
I might have been a little bit cheaper. I would
Okay,
say under
then
20 bucks, but you know, it's not too expensive compared to like our fitness tools.
yeah. So I mean, it's not like a huge investment if you want to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you wanna add before we wrap this up?
No, I wouldn't say so. If you guys have anything else you guys want to talk, any other beauty products, let us know. We also do beauty reviews. No, okay.
Mm-hmm. We'll
But
give
yeah,
it
with
that
all
shot.
that, yeah, with all that said, you know, I hope that, you know, those who are interested kind of now understand the fitness side of it and how it also bleeds in, you know, this facial product that is being promoted at your local like Targets, Walmart, Sephora's, Ulta's. But yeah,
Yeah, it's not a one-trick pony like we thought. So,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm all good. If you're all good, all right,
yep.
guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. But until next time, guys. Peace.